I want to love you simply with words that wood can't say to the fire that turns it to ashes. The world is not enough to explain it all with words. If you compare it to the wind, it is not clear where it is blowing. If you compare it to tears, it is not clear where the source is. If you compare it to a bird, it flies like a dove that suddenly darts and lands on the top pedestal tree. Fate is indeed left to humans to work on, but destiny must be signed on a stamp duty and cannot be sued if something happens later, good or bad. You said you wouldn't leave me. What nonsense. Now all that's left is the moon. It also shone at night and now it's reappearing. In my prayer this morning you transformed into a sky that did not close its eyes all night, which expanded clearly ready to receive the first light, which curved silently because it would receive sounds. In my prayer this afternoon you transformed into a sparrow that flutters its feathers in the drizzle, which perches on a branch and drops its feathers of guava flowers, which suddenly becomes restless and flies and then perches on the mango branch. Life is a stage. Yes, it's true, everything that is conveyed to others is a fairy tale, and any kind of fairy tale must occur on a stage. It occurs in a certain place and time so that the characters playing on the stage can do this or that according to with character. In my nightly prayer you become my heartbeat, which patiently endures pain that knows no bounds, who faithfully investigates secrets by the secret, which sings unceasingly to my life. While we whisper to each other to stay longer in the dust, the love that remains is paper flowers and trails of numbers. When we whisper to each other it's getting fiercer outside, the night extinguishes the prints of the soles of the feet, smothers the remnants of the bonfire before dawn. There are those who still insist on immortality. Sure. You can flow on the sidelines of my blood, in and out of the walls of my heart, greets every cell of my body. But never pretended to ask when it was okay to go or simply forget this love. What do we expect? The rain is also falling on Long Road, along it, and excited slipped into a small ditch, squealing his voice, along the ditch, continuously gurgling since the afternoon, gurgling also in this dark night, talking about the ocean. I'm a born and raised old gardener in the hinterland, throughout life just learning living grass, trees, and wet soil, taking care of the fence and cleaning the house. Nothing. Except your own shadow, the one behind the door, dreams of the knock, dreaming of who is beside the rain, dreaming whispered that spew from the point of water slipped off the shutter by the window. You hear the murmur of this road, right? Yes, he wants to, we are forever through it, as if something could last forever. You laugh, of course. I touch your cold hand when the road starts to hum again. It's been a long time since I learned to understand whatever sounds around me, have long learned to live whatever is visible around me, have long learned to accept whatever you give without ever asking what this is, what it is. When I asked where to go, he answered concisely, go there, to the great ocean. He also showed the tattoo on his arm, pictures of anchors, skulls and indecipherable words. We both sat down. I ordered long weeds and grass flowers. You don't know what to order. I ordered a rock in the middle of a rushing steep river. You don't know what to order, but we both sat down. Professor Dr. Sapardi Djoko Damono, March 20, 1940, July 19, 2020, was a prominent Indonesian poet. He is often called by his abbreviation, STD. He is the first son of the couple Djoko and Sapardi. Sapardi is known for his various poems about simple but meaningful things in life, so some of them are very popular, both among writers and the general public. 1. In the world of Indonesian literature, Sapardi is often seen as a writer from the 1970s generation.